Go ahead, guys, and get going on this thing. As you can see, guys, this thing goes. It's not slow by any means. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Pedro. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. In today's video, we're gonna get behind the wheel and review this beautiful 2021 Mazda MX-5 RF Club, which is a little bit of a mouthful, but basically this is the hardtop version of the Miata. Now, guys, I want to give a big shout out to Barto for allowing me some time with this MX-5. I really appreciate them. I'll put all the information down in the description below. So, guys, this one that we have with us is the RF model, which is basically the retractable fastback, as Mazda calls it. You know, this is basically our hot top convertible that basically just, you know, kind of converts into a T-top kind of version. Basically, the top automatically retracts in the back, all automated, which is awesome. Obviously, we still have the regular convertible Miata with the soft top convertible. So, but this is an awesome little car. This one that we have in front of us is in a Arctic white, which is an awesome color that goes well with the Mazda Miata. Now, this here, guys, you know, the Mazda Miata has been with us since 1989. So it's been quite a bit of while since that first generation came out. I did get to ride in one of those. I remember one of our family friends had one of those back then. It was an awesome feeling, even when I was very young back then. This one that we have in front of us is the 4th generation Miata, which is basically introduced in 2015, as well as with this RF version of the Miata. So this is, you know, awesome little sports car. You know, I've been always a Mazda fan, and especially the Miata, and of course I've been an RX-7 owner as myself. Love the way this basically was designed. You know, very small car, you know, basically very compact, you know, one of the cheapest convertibles you can get. Fun little sports car, rear wheel drive, you know, and you know, I would say it's not practical, but it's an awesome car to have in your arsenal for the weekend, especially for like convertibles and all that kind of stuff. So really love the design, what Mazda has done. As you can see, guys, this is a super compact car just for 2 people. Not practical, but it is an overall a great little car. So checking out the design, guys, always love the way the taillights have done. As you can see with the i-activ Jeep, because obviously this is powered by a naturally aspirated 4-cylinder MX-5 as we all know it. Single exhaust side here as well. We got a backup camera there, the Mazda logo, a little bit of a black spoiler here in the back, which is a little cool. We got a little bit of antenna here for your navigation and the radio. Obviously, guys, this whole thing racks up, as I will show you. So in the video, it's kind of hard for me because obviously I don't have I should have brought me a tripod, but I don't have it with me. And I really like the design. Obviously, this RF, you know, it's you know, Mazda has never made a hardtop convertible, but this is basically the closest thing they have to having one, and obviously it's an automatic. So I really love the styling of this Mazda. Very nice, especially in this white. Looks great. We have a black mirror, so you can see. But I always love the design of this MX-5. Really nice. Mazda has done a great job with this one. You can see we have a lower lip spoiler here in the front, kind of a smiling opening here for the grill area, your Mazda badge, and the lights are very nice. Of course we got LED projectors there, and no fog lights or anything like that. And there's no sensors as well here in the front either. Obviously this is a small car, you probably won't need any type of that thing, although this one does have some, you know, obviously higher tech and, you know, the natural stuff that comes with the new cars as well. All right, guys, so this one here, considering that Mazda brought the hardtop with it, this is a very very light car. Most of these ones are between 2200 and 2500. Now this one here, because of the RF or the retractable hardtop, it adds about 115 pounds to the weight. Mazda did do a little bit of extra tuning to the suspension to kind of help with that little extra weight of this hardtop, but still this car is still under 2500 pounds even in this configuration. This one is a 6-inch one. This one is not a 6-speed. This one's a 6-speed automatic transmission. Unfortunately, you know, most Mazdas are sold in a 6-speed configuration, a 6-speed manual, and for no exception, actually for 2022 there's really no changes except for that. I believe Mazda has eliminated the they haven't eliminated, but basically that can reduce the automatic transmission to only like the GT or the higher version to it, and that's it. So Mazda trying to keep this one as safe the manuals, you know, and this is still a great little car to grab, you know, a manual and roll your own gears and have that convertible top down, which is what this car is basically made for. All right guys, so checking out the wheel entire package of this MX-5 Miata. Now here we got 17-inch wheel, which is black, you know, black gloss finish. On this one you get your Mazda logo there. These are wrapped around 205mm Bristol Potenza SO1s, which is kind of performance tire all season. No, I don't think it's not, it's probably a summer tire. I apologize. I'll put that information, guys, up on the screen for you. So you guys, really nice, you know, look, the black wheels look really nice, especially with the spoiler and the black mirrors. Of course, you can get the optional Brembos on the either the Grand Touring or the other package. I'll put all the information, guys, up on the screen for you. So here we got just a single, of course, just a single 11-inch rotors all around with single piston calipers. That's basically your braking performance. It's not bad. I mean, considering the car is pretty light, you probably won't need much more brakes than this, but it is an awesome car. Sorry guys if you hear some thunder, some thunderstorms around. Really nice the way the spoiler is integrated here. Really love the way the design of the lights and everything. Really sleek little sports car that is this Mazda MX-5. So coming here to the back, we have our Mazda key here, basically the same key as the one even the Mazda CX-9 of, basically the same key. We got opening, close, basically your auto hold for the trunk. And let's go ahead and check out the trunk, guys. Not that much space here, of course. This is a small little sports car, so you cannot expect anything big. So here we got about 5 cubic feet of storage space. Not a lot, of course. You get some, looks like you got some manuals here and all that. So it's pretty much a new Mazda MX-5. That's a little bit of storage that you can put. So you guys, you got there all your manuals and everything. We have a little small light here, but that's about it, guys. I don't know if this has say space of a spare tire. I'll put that information for you guys up on the screen, but that doesn't look like, to me, it's definitely not underneath. So but that's basically your trunk area for the Miata. It's pretty small. So there is also, if you can see, guys, we have a little lip spoiler here and your third brake light. We do have a backup camera here as well, which is not the greatest quality. I just recently saw, but it's not bad. You get your exhaust tip, and we do also have another little button there for your manual release of this trunk as well. All right, let's go ahead and check out that i-activ power plant that we have on this MX-5. So go ahead and get the trunk release here and check that engine out. Tap the little hitch there and bring up the hood, which of course we have no hydraulics. Shocks here for weight savings, of course. Now this is basically, that's part of the way this are with sports cars. We're gonna put that little hood strut there where it's indicated. So here we have the i-activ Mazda 2-liter normally aspirated 4-cylinder engine. So this is basically driving the rear wheels. As you can see, this is how this is positioned. This engine has 181 horsepower, 151 pound-feet of torque. Obviously it's not a lot of torque, not a lot of power, of course, but remember this is basically 2,500 pounds, so the power to weight ratio is awesome. This is going to a 6-speed automatic transmission in this model. Unfortunately, it's not a 6-speed manual, but it actually feels pretty good. Pretty responsive automatic, and of course this is driving the rear wheel, so that is an awesome thing to have. So rear wheel drive, small sports car, you know, convertible, absolutely fun. So really, you can see, guys, very clean engine bay. Of course, this has only got just over 4,000 miles, so it's a pretty clean engine bay, as you can see. And I really love the way this layout. I'm sure you can, there's a lot of room to work with here. I'm sure you can add a little turbo, something like that you can definitely put in here as well. I wish Mazda would have put those turbocharged 4-cylinder engines that they have on the CX-5 or something. That will definitely give this one a small kick. Will be a little awesome little thing. So but there we go, guys. Very efficient engine. This one gives you about 26 miles per gallon in the city, about 35 on the highway. I'll put all that information for you guys up on the screen. All right, guys, there we go. Mazda Miata power plant. Let's go ahead and take out the little strut here, put it back in its place, and drop the hood of this beautiful little Mazda Miata. All right, so let's go ahead and check out the interior of this Mazda Miata, guys. Not a lot to review, of course. This is a very simple car, but I love what the Mazda has done. Really nice. A bit of leather here for your armrest. We got a bit of white stitching there as well, a light gray. And of course, we got those panels here that are basically body colored. Really nice. This is, of course, being an Arctic white. This is white inside, which is awesome little detail that Mazda does. We have, of course, your window controls, mirrors controls there. And for your door sill here as well. So coming here, guys, we have your basically your cloth seats that come on this RF Club version 2021. So we got your 6-speed manual, 6-speed automatic transmission. We got a leather carbon steering wheel, bit of aluminum trim there as well, and I love the way these are designed. The trim on this one is really nice. So very small car. It is the steering wheel is manually adjustable as well. So, and if you can see, guys, really tight cockpit. As you can see, we got a bit of a storage there, cup holders there, because once I get in, there's pretty tight, not much more room to move. We have your volume control. This controls basically your center screen, which is a touch screen, which is awesome. And so all right, guys, let's go ahead and jump in. All right. So we are here inside of this Mazda MX-5 interior. Now, yes, it is a little tight. I'm about 5'11", and the seat's all the way back, and yeah, it is tight for me. I can't imagine anybody any higher than being a little taller than this, about 6 foot. You're gonna have a hard time definitely fitting in this side of this Mazda MX-5 cockpit. So, but I really love the way this interior is designed. As you can see, guys, we have your 7-inch screen here. We have all the design of the white panel, because obviously this is a white car. That is an awesome interior detail. Everything's well laid out, very nice. All the materials feel really nice, of quality. Great leather steering wheel. The steering wheel feels a tiny bit thin, but it does feel very good overall. We got some aluminum trim here surrounding all the little basically all your controls here for cruise control and all that. Your basic dials here, guys, you can see we get a big tachometer, just a kind of a Mazda I'm used to. My Mazda RX-7 had the same big tachometer. This is what the business is of driving this car. All analog gauges. As you can see, we got a small screen here on the side as well. This is a digital screen. You can see a little Mazda Miata there with the door open. As you can see, we got a little bit, checking your things here with a little thing here. But a great little overall cockpit, very well designed, and that feels really nice, refined, good quality material. So let's go ahead, guys, and start up this Miata. So let's go ahead and press our brake, hit the start button. There we go. We got that 4-cylinder i-activ engine running. So I do have a little bit of AC, guys, because it is quite hot. It is 94 Fahrenheit outside, with the humidity here in Florida at about 90%. It does feel like a sauna today, since there are some rain showers around us, and it's slightly sprinkled a little bit before, so it is quite hot. But man, I love the steering wheel. It feels really nice. Yeah, it's a little thin, but we got some pedals here for your 6-speed automatics, especially on this one here. Unfortunately, it's not a manual. So let's go ahead here, guys. Let's hear this 4-cylinder engine. Doesn't sound too bad. It has some nice and peppy sound to it, and the response is really nice too as well. So all right, let's go ahead and close the door and get the interior, guys, of this interior. So I'm going to lower the fan a little bit to have more noise reduction here. So very simple cockpit, guys. You can see we got basically your analog gauges. We got a little screen here on the side saying your mileage and all kinds of things here. We get a little button here to check out a lot of things here, which is really awesome. We got, of course, all your controls here for your wipers and lights. We got your 7-inch screen here for your Mazda Connect. It is a touchscreen, which is awesome. As you can see, we got audio sources and all that, easy to do. Just basically, this is your basic navigation. You got your home button, the channel list here. If we go back to home, just quickly, we got music. We have no navigation installed on this one, as you can see. There's a button here for navigation, but it says that the navigation is not equipped on this one here. So we got the buttons here for that. You can use this one's here or do the touchscreen. Hazard button here. Of course, you got your AC outlets, single zone AC. There is a buttons, and these seats are heated as well, which is awesome, even though they're cloth. Really cool cloth seats that they have. And of course, this is the button for your retractable hardtop. USB connections here, as you can see, and also it basically looks like a auxiliary 6-speed automatic transmission. We do have a sport button here. If you press sport, the sport button comes on. You can take it off. These are all basic controls for your center screen here, and volume and all that stuff. We have the stereo is not bad on this one. It's got a 9-speaker stereo, if I'm correct. And it's not bad at all. It sounds pretty nice. Definitely a nice sounding system considering this is a very small car, and I'm sure it's not easy to have a good music system in this. But seats are awesome. Very cramped cockpit. Of course, we got a little bit of all your little storage here, as you can see, and we have a couple of cup holders here. Not the most practical thing. A little bit of cubicle here, as you can see, to store something very minimal because there's not much to do. Maybe your keys in there, and that's about it, guys. This is the cockpit. Of course, we got basically a manual handbrake, which is awesome to have to do a little bit of sliding. So all right, let's go ahead and put the hardtop down. As you can see, this is retractable. We're gonna head and press a button, and this all automatically brings us up a little bit here. And as you can see, this retractable hardtop comes down pretty quickly. You gotta be at a standstill almost around 6-7 miles an hour. I'll put that information, guys, what this does. But we're the beep, and there we go, guys. All done. As you can see, we are now basically, it looks like basically like a T-top type of convertible, but this is awesome. You know, at least you have a hardtop roof. And let's go ahead and bring the windows down here. So as you can see, very easy, very cool to cruise in this convertible. So, of course, you got a lot more light. And this is I think this is pretty awesome. This is a pretty awesome feature that this Mazda MX-5 has. Now, I don't know if we should cruise with this down because there are some rain showers and it's hot as hell. So let's bring that up and down. Let's go ahead and close it up. Unfortunately, guys, but as you can see, very easily this hardtop gets back, and basically just close itself back up. And of course, you don't have to worry about reliability because this is, of course, a Mazda. And of course, the Japanese have it dialed down or dialed in, of course, into their reliability of this car. Let's go ahead, guys, and check out how this Miata. Let's go ahead and put on our seatbelt and check out how this MX-5 drives. So let's go ahead and start up. We're going to start it in sport button because obviously that's the type of channel we are. Go ahead and get a little bit of AC going here because it's going to be a little hot for my camera not to overheat. And let's put this in drive, guys. Unfortunately, it's not a manual car, but and the seats, I see the windows are not automatic up. Both are basically manual ones. And but all right, let's go and check out. Of course, this is such a small car, so agile, so, you know, one of the smallest cars you can get. And I just love the way this thing's, you know, feels such a small car, sports car, you know. You know, these are obviously when you're inside of this, obviously it does not feel uncomfortable. It feels very spacious here. Obviously you're tight with the room. Basically, I'm at max, you know, comfort here for my 5'11". But it does feel good though. It does feel really nice though, to be honest. Obviously the engine note's a little harder. You know, this is not basically you know, something that's gonna be cocooning you. This is an overall little sports car. It's gonna have some noise, gonna have some engine noise, some road noise. But it is fun to drive. That's the best thing about this, since these are fantastic little handling cars and such a nimble car. So go ahead and put that window up here and just have a little more enclosed room. We'll put that, maybe do a little hard drop later on. Let's go ahead and see if this Mustang will go by, because we'll stop by here. Let's do a little bit of test here, just a little bit of acceleration. It does go. It does go. I mean, it's a high ribbon engine, but of course the trait of the Mazda is the handling. I see a truck coming, but wow, yeah, this thing just feels so nimble. That's where in sport the engine wants to rev, but we're still here in a nice area, and we're doing 40. But wow, this thing feels awesome. It's such a small little car, so compact. I mean, compared to all the SUVs I've been driving now, you know, from luxury to the Expedition, and you get into something like this where it's just a small little sports car, just feels fantastic. This is more of my, you know, cup of tea. But the steering wheel feels great. I mean, the steering wheel is really nice. It is loud. You can definitely hear the engine. You probably hear that on the camera. But the handling is just, there's a little bit of body roll as expected, but of course this is a super nimble car. You know, this is a great autocross car, great car for the track. If you like handling small cars, and this has got to be a breeze to park, definitely. So everything's well laid out. I mean, of course you got the screen here. We got, you know, no big screens, nothing like that. This is still basically a more bare bones sports car, or a car. You know, if you're expecting a lot of technology, you have the basic things: Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all that stuff, connections, USB connections, all that stuff. But that's about it. This is basically made to drive and to enjoy. And of course here we got a little Lance Revo that's going slow, but we'll get into it in just a little bit. So it feels great. I mean, very nimble. The steering feels fantastic. It's very direct. Got a really nice, very good feeling steering wheel. We'll just to test out the power a little bit in this Miata, but it's not bad at all. I mean, obviously it's a very light car, great gas mileage, not a lot of horsepower, but you got to consider this is a very light car. I mean, this weighs half of what what an SUV weighs. So, and overall, it's comfortable. And yeah, if we get in it, yeah, the engine's very responsive. Now, we got the automatic. We got some paddles. Let's go ahead and see if I can. We are in second, so we're gonna activate the paddles and see how. Yeah, I mean, not the fastest shifting. Let's see if we downshift a little bit here to second. The shifting is not too bad. Yeah, it did go back to this sport again, but looks like it's shifting on itself. All depends. I mean, I don't know. Just keep it on sport, but it's not a bad transmission. It doesn't feel like it takes a little bit longer. Of course, this is an older 6-speed manual, 6-speed automatic. Excuse me, but I really love the way this feels now. So guys, if you want to get the lightest version of this Miata, you have to go with a regular convertible one that's about 115 pounds lighter than this. Of course, being the hardtop with that mechanism makes it a little bit heavier. But Mazda that's what I read, they did adjust the suspension a little bit of spring rates to make it handle just as good as the even with a little extra weight. Even though it's not a lot of weight, Mazda did tune the suspension a little bit better to handle the extra weight of this RF version. But overall, this thing, and this is not it doesn't really slow it down. But overall, I mean, it feels super light, feels great on its feet. Little fantastic car. Yes, the suspension is harder. You can definitely get. I know there's the RF club version as this is, and there's a Grand Touring. Now, I believe there is for 2022. They changed the lineup a little bit in terms of the packages. You can get a Brembo brake with a little more performance shocks, if I'm correct. So it depends. You can definitely do it. But this Miatas are known for, the autocross and the lightness. There's a Miata Cup as well. I don't know if they use this RS. They might use the convertible ones, but always been a big fan of this car, and it's a fantastic driver. You can tell this is just fun. Great little car to drive and to experience. I wanted to put the thumb up, but it is hot. We do have some showers around, and it's going to be a lot of wind. So, but the top does feel great. So let's go ahead, guys, and get going on this thing. So as you can see, guys, this thing goes. It's not slow by any means. But you gotta rev the engine, of course. I'm used to the EcoBoost and all that. Not that we are at speed, not super high speed, but obviously this is so low to the ground, you definitely feel like you're going faster. But so as you can see, guys, we're going about 60 here. There is a little bit of wind noise for sure. Not tire noise, but you can definitely hear the engine and the road noise and a bit of wind noise. But it's not bad at all, to be honest. But yeah, it does feel very tactical, very light on its feet. I mean, there's no other thing like a Miata. I mean, it's so light. You can just, toss it around. There is a little bit of body roll. I wish, maybe some bigger anti-roll bars will definitely benefit it. But this is, the handling on this thing is just so good. There is the body roll, but that can be easily fixed with some suspension. But great little feeling car. I did drive one briefly in 2019, if I'm correct, at the Central Florida Auto Show, which is basically like a 2-minute drive. And it was automatic too as well. I have not driven the manual Miata, but yes. Oh, now you got the active lane assist as well, telling you, hey, you're out of the lane, buddy. So this does have, of course, Mazda's, active lane. You got it does give you some of the safety features as well. Not all of them. But you have some of the safety features here as well in this Miata. So let's go ahead and switch. That won't go off unless you put your turn signals on. But man, I love this little Miata. It feels so good. It's coming into a stoplight, guys. Great little car. I love the way this Miata, this MX-5 feels fantastic. Just the lightness of it, such a different driving experience. Obviously, if you don't like driving, obviously this might be tight, uncomfortable. This is basically not practical at all. This is basically a little weekend toy, but overall, it's still a great little, car overall. So, and let's go ahead, guys, and head going on this Mazda Miata. As you can see, guys, so it goes pretty nice. And yeah, this just feels so light. Not a lot of tire on this car, but you don't really need it. I mean, yeah, I'm sure it's gonna feel much better with some thicker tires instead of the 205s that are on this ones. But this isn't that bad. It gets out of the way pretty quickly. It's a good car. And there we go. There's the lane assist here telling me, hey, buddy, you're going a little bit too left. But I love this thing. This feels fantastic. Love this Mazda MX-5. Feels so good. Yeah, I mean, obviously I don't have a lot of, unfortunately there's not a lot of roads here that I have to go and do some handling. You know, there's a lot of straight roads here in Florida. Unfortunately, there's not a lot. Just a few of them that I've been to, but there's not much here in terms of performance roads or a road where you can test out a sports car. Unless you go to Sebring, which is about an hour away here south of us there. Love this little Mazda Miata. Does feel very good. Excellent car. So I hope you guys have been enjoying this type of content. If you guys do like the content and you like driving this, hit the subscribe button, guys. Help me out. Hit the like button, leave a comment below. I really appreciate everybody that's here with me looking at this in the video. So really a fun car, definitely a fun car, something way different that I've been driving lately, and I wanted to bring this to you guys. Even though it's a slightly used 2021 Mazda Miata, basically for the 2022 model there's no changes at all except for some minor stuff, colors in that, but some features. But this has only got 4,013 miles, so it's basically a brand new Mazda Miata. Still, I mean, this thing just feels brand new. It feels like it's taken basically out of the showroom floor. But really love the way this is assigned. The interior, this white is fantastic. The little detail. Love the steering wheel. Even though it's a little thin, it does feel very good in your hands. Wow, just an overall great little car. I mean, if you like, you know, tight, fun little cars or small little cars, rear-wheel drive, which is fun, and I'm sure this thing with a little bit of handling package and all that stuff will be a fantastic car. Yeah, it is parts inside. There's, you know, it's basically, you know, very minimalistic car, but this is what the Mazda is. This is basically the heart of it. It's just an enjoyable, you know, drop top coupe, or in this one here, a retractable top. So let's go ahead, guys. Before we get out and finish this one off, let's go ahead and get that retractable tarp off again, and so I can check it out. As you can see, guys, this thing in convertible version, and just wait for this convertible thing to go. It's pretty quick, actually. It's not too bad at all. We'll wait for the beep when it's finished. So there we go, guys. Awesome skies. You can see we got some rings up there. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed this review of this Mazda MX-5. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you to all that has subscribed. We're heading to the 1,000 subscriber, guys. Thank you so much for being here with me. So in conclusion, guys, they're asking $38,000 for this Mazda Miata. I think that's about 35 what the factory, but Mazda basically sells them for brand new. So it's just slightly a bit higher, I think, but I'm sure they're not easy to come by. I'm not sure what the Mazda Miata market is, in honesty, but I'm sure any car right now, especially something like this nice, is in basically in demand. So but great little car, you know, great in gas mileage. It's fun, I'm sure. Great little weekend car. I feel like the convertible, and this is probably still one of the cheapest convertibles you can get. That's just fun, reliable, and you got your basic necessities as you have it. So, but all right, guys, there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's go ahead and check out and see how this looks. Let's go ahead and get out of this Mazda and check out. Not easy to get out of, but here it is, guys. Here's the little convertible. As you can see, we got the convertible top, which is cool. We got a little black detail here, as you can see. So all this kind of just goes up and down. Really fun the way that is. So all right, guys, thank you for watching. You guys have a fantastic day, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.